too? Sweet. We live scene here. Cool. You guys should be able to see all my stuffs. I can put this back on too. Can't hear me all that well? Hold on. Alright, yeah, my volume's all the way up. Hey, Tim. Yeah, so I got the music going. Should be on repeat now. Thank you, Wind. Sounds good? Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, so we restarted. Let me just turn that down one real quick. I found my old original Athrolore mod list. I'm sort of using it as a base for the new one. Different character, but, well, different character. We'll leave it at that. Fun character. Yes, I did, Wind. Yes, I did. Well, I pressed the little play icon, which said play all, so I'm assuming it's going to do that. It's done it for me before, so. How I have things so far, I didn't really do a lot. The separators are going to change. You're going to see me move these around just so I have the categories. Ignore the numbers, okay? Pretend like the numbers don't exist here. Just the categories themselves. I obviously have a couple things unchecked. They're either not needed. I should, Tim, shouldn't I? Not yet. I'm not ready for him yet. It's one of those where I love him so much that I don't want to overuse him, if that makes any sense. But he will come back this year. He'll come back. Probably before the spring is out. Because you know me, I don't know how long I'll go. So yeah, but I did find one of the old models. This is the original, right? So of course there are some things that have, gone the wayside here. They're no longer available. I was using, a lot of Skyrim 3D stuff, which I won't be using this time. I'll be using a lot of different other stuff. Happy Pi Day. That means two things. So, and obviously there are mods in here that I just flat out won't use. I'm not going to highlight any of them. Or anything like that. Mods I've outgrown, so to speak. Yep, not highlighting anything. So we're going to leave that alone. We're just going to follow that as base. So I found a few that I like. And some things I've added in that I normally don't. We were actually, several of us were talking earlier about the performance textures. So I have them in. You'll see I have it not active. However, they are here. Trust me, I assure you. These are them. I know the dates are off. I don't know how to change the modified dates. These textures 0 through 8 are the optimized textures. I did replace them. And yes, I do have my backups. So so we're gonna go with those for optimized textures. That was a big file, by the way. It was a big manual download. Hey Will, welcome. What else? And I know I'm gonna miss some stuff. And like I said, I'm just gonna try and have fun with this. I went to a very basic style setup. So I literally just went Sky UI, the colored and animated Celtic icons, and the pastel Sky UI for Skyhood, and just the Oblivion preset. Nothing crazy with this. Smaller vanilla cursors, so hopefully it looks a little bit larger than the one that you see on my screen. I may change that, I don't know. Hey Carol, welcome. Happy weekend. I went back to the Elder Scrolls loading screen replacer that I love, and the 30 FPS clean menu, the one that's recommended. Audio is literally just Immersive Sounds Compendium. I am, yes, new build. Angus is no more, sadly. Several issues and a lot of frustration. And when it's not showing conflicts, it's a pain. Southern Diaries soundtrack expansion. So this is new to me, from last year, right? And I heard it, and it's pretty good. Some of them are here, and you could learn all about his story. Right. There's a link here, or there's a YouTube link. I like them. Celtic, Southern Ireland, I believe he's from originally. And yeah, it's a nice vanilla edition. I didn't want to go too crazy, so no all-in-one music replacer or anything like that. And then I didn't really do much else. Just I got to some of my main stuff out of the way here. And even then, there's some new stuff that I've been going back and forth between these two, and that's about it. I didn't get any pecan pie. I saw it. I think I saw a picture of it. I didn't get any. Pecan pie, that is. I don't know what I have. Where am I going? Let's up that one, right? We'll keep the music flowing. See, wind, it is working. It's working. It's flowing nicely. There we go. That's all that matters. I'm just gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna look at like what I was. Let's open that back up. What I was running versus what I probably won't be. Matter of time. Do I have a matter of time? I do not. Can't get that one, can't get that one, this one. So we're just gonna play around. This character should be ready by the beginning of the week. If I go today, and I probably won't stream it tomorrow, but I'll be working on it. He should be ready by, Monday, Tuesday at the latest, if, pending something happening. It'll definitely be one of the more interesting ones that you've seen, story-wise and just the character itself. It'll be fun. Here's my UI stuff. So we're going both alternate start and new beginnings for this one. I was going to use Unbound, but it didn't really make sense from a lore perspective. Really any of the options with Unbound. I'm kind of sad about that because it would have been a really good idea. It's just one of those really odd situations where alternate start actually makes more sense with this character. So we'll have to see. Pie making skills are questionable. Wind has questionable practices in baking. Ah, really? What is this? Okay. Apparently when I turn off my one here, it still goes to my phone. That's a shame. It's a pain in the ass. Whatever. Gist. Wow, how can I forget that one? Because we will be using this. This character will be. We'll throw all the bells and whistles in there. Just the main file here. Right? Yeah. What was that? That was... Oh, was that you, Loki? Was that Steam? Oh, yeah, it was. Hi. Boo. I was wondering what the hell that beep was. So that'll probably change. Okay. All I have to say is pecan pie is amazing. I haven't had it in a while, but amazing. I think I have everything else. I'm just trying to look to see. I know I have floating damage. HUD, more HUD, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we have all those. This is music, audio. Okay, cool. I could actually go back to these. So my last one was real 3D walls. Let me just make sure I'm on the right section here. Did I change? Alternate. Okay, so I'm not using that mod. There's a lot you'll see me not use from either one. Oh yeah, I'm not even on the right section here. These are core files. I'm already past these. Out of curiosity, and I have to ask, out of curiosity, are there a lot of like vegan pies that are I don't know how to explain this. I'm probably asking the wrong way too. And I would normally say like, you know, comparable to the same thing that's non-vegan, but I'm assuming like the ingredients used. Because I'll basically eat anything, I don't care, you know. Vegan chocolate, whoa. Okay. I would absolutely be up for trying that. I love chocolate. So this is a new thing that I've encountered, right? from Northern Experience. They have RDO all the way up at the top, like right above your interface and your core mods. I don't know if this is specific to this, but like I said, we were all talking about stuff like this earlier today, about placement, things that we've placed elsewhere, why, you know, a quote-unquote guide would recommend placing it all the way here as opposed to, you know, possibly where the mod author may intend. And I'm pretty sure RDO doesn't have its own requirements. But as you can see, been quite a while since this last update, a little over 2 years ago. I know for a fact this mod needs to be lower. As far as other... Let's see here. And I'll be using extensible follower framework again. Finally, I'll be back to that. Several mods you should load before RDO. Load RDO after. I'm not going to be using the Bajin stuff this time. I'm absolutely not using Immersive Citizens. Load after alternate start. Needs to be loaded after alt start. So what does that tell you? But it needs to be loaded before. Well, you could see. Choice is yours was on the list. Anyway, that's just one example. That's why I'm not following that. Blended roads. Yes. The main. Tastes exactly like... Alright, nice. We'll go... Now, I don't know if I want to use the really blended option this time. I think I do. Yeah, we may as well. And then SMIM compatibility. Okay. There is no other. And I'm just trying to find... Let's go base textures here. Alright. So... Cleaner bridges. I started using this one a little while ago. If they're crossed out, does that mean they're okay? I honestly don't know. I won't be using Skyland. Nope, not this time. And yes, it is. It is Will. Or a version of it, or files from Blended is included in Skyland, yes. But I'm not using Skyland this time. Nope, not this time. I do have Noble installed. Not 100% sure I'll be using that either. I was looking at some of the Mysterious Dawn stuff, so that's a possibility. I may just stick with Noble And I have a pretty good setup in my head of how I kind of want to follow my old guide, because if you'll notice here, let me pull up his old mod list. Let's see here. Where's my landscape here? I was using Skyrim 3D landscapes. The 2K ground cover variant, and then it was like a ton of mathy stuff, you know, which was a decent setup at the time. But I'm going totally different with the E and B. So, well, that's only on 2, and that's blaring. I don't know. Does music sound too loud, or? No, not the parallax I'm staying away from. They're out of work in progress, but they're still technically works in progress. They look nice, but it's how to explain it. For the file that you get, yeah, they look okay, but I'm not going to be taking screenshots of, like, you know, every little building and structure in the game. I want to be playing, you know? And while it's nice to look at, you know, a fully parallaxed Whiterun, I'm going to be out adventuring more than I'm going to be in the city, so all that stuff went to waste. It's going to be a less is more, but we're also going to add in more, if that makes sense. So, as far as, you know, what I plan to use, cathedral landscapes, because that includes your grass and your snow and your landscape. Majestic Mountains Darkside, Cathedral Weathers, and then I'll do EVT again because I love it. EVT is by far the best tree mod, in my opinion. But Noble is a base, and then that's it. As far as I know. I mean, little things here and there, and then once you get inside the city, you know, there'll be a lot of Gamwich, a lot of rustic stuff, Renthals, stuff like that. But as far as, like, flora, probably still Cathedral for the most part. I was gonna do Eeks, the Renthal Flora collection. I may still do that. I may, you know, leave the mountain flowers alone, because Cathedral Landscapes also handles some of that. They just don't do the mushrooms. And there's a few others. So Cathedral has the mushrooms. And I kind of want everything to match too, you know. But yeah, this is the old setup, and you can see I went into, you know, I was using the Great City mods. I won't be using them. It's just going to be JK's Dawn of Skyrim again. I am going to go back to Aris Farmhouse. I love this farmhouse mod. Rustic windows, obviously. So similar to how I have this stuff set up. And then, you know, the rooting miscellaneous, etc. So this will all be from the Nordic guide. We may throw Revenge of the Enemies back in there. And then as far as, like, you know, my other textures and things like that, yeah, I'll go back in and I'll edit them all. I'll use, you know, pretty much what's on this list. We are going to go back to A Midianborn instead of the Cathedral Armory. Because A Midianborn is just better. It just is. And I saw the Cathedral stuff. It looked good, right? It did. It looked good. A Midianborn is just better. Flat out is. No other way to say it. A lot of stuff I haven't added in from the old stuff. Common Clothes, the patches, Immersive Armors is coming back in. I didn't have it in the last time. Cloaks of Skyrim, obviously that's going to come back in. Cloaks of the Nords, probably throw that, or I think, what's the name of it? Nerevarine, I think is the other cloak mod. I'm going to pick one of those two. I'm not going to have both, but one of those two. So Cloaks of Skyrim is a base. No winter is coming this time. This character will be a mage. I'm trying to think. Basically, how you're seeing things here. I'm gonna go back to this old thing. Now, here's the other thing too. I'm gonna run standard Wicco. I won't be running all these hair mods. Nor will I probably be running beards. I will run race menu. Obviously, that's gonna stay here. Because the character's not gonna have hair. So there's, I mean, and I'm not overhauling my NPCs that much, to the point where I'm gonna throw a couple gigabytes of hair textures and character appearance enhancements when my own character isn't. So, you know, I'll be leaving all those out. But the other stuff will normally stay. XP32 for the the revamp quiver, all the weapon texture replacers, things like that, the meshes for certain things, those will all stay. Same thing with the creatures. The Rudy HQ stuff, yeah, EMB Light. Oh yeah, this is coming back in. ELFX is absolutely going to be in here. And I'm happy to see Strange Runes. Strange Runes will be coming back. So, how I have it set here, this was always really nice to me. No uncapper either. I did away with the uncapper for this. It kind of sucks, but it doesn't. Because I want to see how this character is gonna level first. I'll be doing some testing, and then if I feel that it's needed to use the uncapper, I will. Or what I'll do is I'll make my own uncapper any and edit it myself. Yeah, RDO. There's some other things too. Obviously, there's like a ton of files on here that I'm not going to be using. Stuff like face light, probably. You know, the lesser stuff, and you know, every single one of the animals and creatures, we'll try and touch all of them. The guard armor replacer, we'll throw that back in. As far as am I going to run Legacy? Yes, I am going to run Legacy. I am going to run Legacy. Because it does so much. First, what it adds, the mods that are included with Legacy itself, right? Second, because I never really got going on that mod yet. And I'd like a character that's, well, not going to be focused on that. I don't have a true treasure hunter, and this character is absolutely not a treasure hunter. But I can see the character doing it, but it probably won't be immediately. Depending on how far I go. But of course, like, Legacy is always in my setup. I'm never not going to play with that mod. Although it would be easier not to, but easier is kind of subjective at this point. If I'm going to go through all that work to set it up, there's no reason for me not to put it in there. And there's no reason in 2020, if you're on PC, that you shouldn't have Legacy in your setup anyway for all the other stuff that it changes. Even if you don't go through the quest line. But, because you're getting so much with it. So, just opinion. But as far as like the 3D stuff, I'm definitely leaving off that. Like, I won't be using this landscapes, no 3D trees, stuff that just bogs your system down. And honestly doesn't look as good as some other stuff. His miscellaneous stuff is great. But even some of this will be overwritten by other stuff, so. can see, yeah, I was using the 3D trees, landscapes, every tree different. The Solstheim 3D tree, like there's so many patches for this when you can get EVT in just one, and that's it. You don't have to worry about it. And then there's no other real patches. They come in the foam mods. So, it's the way it's going to be. So yeah. Let's go back up here. Blended roads. Yeah, we did. So cleaner bridges. No more bridge dirt. So you could see, and I just started picking this up. Probably the last 2 plays. Nobody probably noticed that you get the edge here, right, with the dirt, and this eliminates it completely. To me, it makes sense. I understand how dirt would accumulate on the side, but at the same time, it's just really unsightly. I think that looks a lot better. There's more of them. So it's SMIM. That's what it would look like. Your SMIM bridge, right? And that's the SMIM bridges plus the cleaner. And this is SMIM with your blended roads, right? And this is the SMIM blended plus cleaner bridges. So this is kind of what we would be looking at here. Now, if it looks almost too clean, it's probably because it is. Oh yeah, well that's pretty much how I am too with it. I added as just kind of an extra. A bit of a spoil for the character? Nope. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe a little towards the end. We'll see who's still left. But no, I probably won't spoil anything. He'll be fun. Do I use SMIM? Yes, I do. Do I use blended roads? Yes, I do. I use really blended roads. Yes, I do. What type of SMIM bridges are you using? Just the bridges. Install. So you can already see just the blended roads. So there's nothing else with these two. So they have majestic mountains all the way up here, huh? My being able projects UV diffuse normals is already one because I set it up. As you wish. Nice quote, by the way. Good movie. Princess Bride. What was that, like 1987? 88? Oh, excuse me, coughing fit. One of my all-time favorites. Mostly for Andre the Giant, because I'm a big wrestling fan. And Fezzik was awesome. Yeah, it was. Great movie. Yeah, we got the meme. Or we got the little emote for that. Conceivable. How do I want to do this? See, here's Mysterious Dawns. And like I said, I was thinking about using this as the main overhaul. Do the all-in-one pack. It's 2 gigabytes, so it's a little less than Noble, right? And this gives you new dirt and road textures. So what I was thinking, I know there's a ton of images here. Kind of have to bear with me. I haven't actually tried this out. I've only seen screenshots and pictures, right? For the farmhouses here, like the wood posts, this looks pretty good to me. I think it could be improved, yes. There was like one or two things about it I didn't like, and I'm trying to remember what those were. I know it when I'll see it. The ground textures look great. And this is kind of like how Skyland is too, with the footprints in the snow. But I don't know if I want to use this or Noble. You don't like them? Like, some of them look a little plasticky, but I mean, there's a lot about it that I like. Like, mostly the shoreline. The ground texture is going to be covered by Cathedral anyway, so that would, it kind of doesn't make sense to have both of them. But I'm happy with Noble. It's just that this one came up as maybe use it, maybe not. Is 3D ice flow still? Yeah. Let's grab this. Yeah, so Mysterious Dawn's HD would go here. That's okay. We are gonna go into my handy dandy. Is Dawnguard? There is Solstein. Let's get Dawnguard. Yeah, I've always been happy with Noble. It's kind of my go-to. Like I said, I used Skyland last time. Funny side note, with the Noble Skyland combination, I definitely took a FPS hit. Even only running 200 and something mods. As opposed to, like, 500. And, piecing it together myself normally. And I don't know if it's just the textures or the quality. The quality looked great. The LOD still had issue. So I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to say that it's the mods. I don't think it is. I just noticed that it was an FPS hit, and I was going on the light side. The mod list, yeah. When I finish it up, I'll post it. Well, Angus's, I think I did. Did I post it? Let me see. No, I didn't even post his because I got frustrated. Yeah, I was so frustrated with what happened there. I kind of just wiped clean and scrapped it. So that one's no more. This one I will. This is overwriting a lot. Okay. So we're basically just gonna go off Nordic again. Like I said, for the most part. Unless I find something in there that I want to change up. And apparently it's not going to the page. That's great. Let's try it again. Let's try it with Soul Cairn. See if that goes. Yeah, that goes fine. Okay. So, Forgotten Vale. Alright, should be good. I do like these a lot. Good ice textures. Can actually place this up here. What, in screenshots? Is that Loki using a female character? Right? Get out of here. Oh, it says it right there. Duh. Magus, learn to read. Nice. So that was the whole issue of the gauntlets, because I was indisposed when I got tagged, and I wasn't sure what you were talking about. But yeah, nice. Oh yeah, and if you're running the Crimson Archer stuff, yeah, the brown absolutely goes better than the black. Black almost doesn't even fit. Black fits with anything. The brown definitely go. Yep. I see what you did back here. Yeah. Nice, very nice. Alright, what am I doing here? Looking at a guide, that's what I'm doing, I'm looking at a guide. You can't go wrong with the Crimson Archer stuff. You really can't. For almost any style character. It's one of those really nice, well-rounded light armor sets that kind of fits almost any occasion. It's just that good, you know? That's another good one too, Will. The Hunter armor. Alright, so we have to get Soul Cairn HD. I think this one has a couple. So we'll go, well, like I said, we'll stick with 2K stuff. And then Sovngarde. 2K. I haven't actually made it to Sovngarde on PC. That should be a goal of mine. Get to Sovngarde. What's this one here? Yep, okay. Let's enable those two bad boys. Bam, bam. Cool. Spice of Life. So I rely on Noble to handle the Orc Strongholds. Every single one that I've seen touch the Orc Strongholds has made them, to me, look inferior. And I know they have like a particular style to them. I haven't seen a good one yet that I liked. And I've seen a lot of them. And some that come in packs. So I tend to leave this off. Not that this is, you know, a mod that I would have anybody else shy away from. You know, it just doesn't look right in my game. I have tried it in, so. But detailing the Eldritch, yes. This one's yes. This one's yes. And this is the Falmer stuff here. This is the high res, yep. Falmer clutter texture. So for this one we want the 2K. And we want the red clop. And the ceiling glow. And I just stick with the base. I was going to use the cyan. You can see the color variation difference. Well, let me see. Yeah, see, I like this here is nice. The original's got that like it glares at you. You can't really see anything, whereas this looks better, especially with the lighting. Just enough. The cyan kind of looks cool too, but I usually stick with the normal. And small file for that as well. So, detailing the Eldritch data. Yes. Falmer clutter. Good. And this is the Falmer texture overhaul. Yes. This is the red cloth add-on, so this is just going to get merged with the previous one. And the ceiling glow. Data directories must be set. Pop those bad boys up here. Enabla. Cool. So what I'll do is I will check against. See, Northern has a different setup and it's structured different. Sonar, what's going on, bud? Oh, so Loki, those are the extra armors? Yeah, you picked out some pretty good ones there, I'll say. From the screenshots there. Definitely solid. All three choices. I could see you throwing the armor of intrigue in there as well. Just saying. I'll just dangle it out there for you for a little bit. But they look good. Rogue-ish. Rogue-ish style. Let me check against my mod list here. What else did I have? Nope, we're good. We can go right to underground. And this. Gecko's Nordic Ruins. No, we want Rudy Nordic Ruins. Let's get underground first because underground is massive. We want this. Yes, for 1.1 gigabytes. And we want the Whiterun Tower fix. Yes, we do. Optional file. 3D. I always use this mod. This just out of principle. It's that good. So we'll use it. And obviously Rudy HQ is my favorite. Bigger file than a lot of other ruins. Better performance. Much better performance. And then obviously the add-ons are the add-ons. But they're well worth it, all of them. The only one I don't use is the smoking torches. It's like a patch in here. It's the only one I don't use. We'll get the chest add-on, the pots. These will all get the boost they should. So this is the patch for smoking torches. That's one mod I don't use. But the levers add-on, yes, we will. Underground. T4G. Ooh, where are you going? Install everything. Let's go custom. Oh no, back. Yeah, let's leave default color on. We'll let it go. Is it male only? Armor of Intrigue? Oh, damn. It's like how the Hedge Mage is female only. Oh, that sucks. I didn't know that. I could have... Well, no, I haven't seen... There you go. I stand corrected. Thank you, Will. No, I had no idea. That blows. Somebody could convert it, though. That's obviously doable. That's got to be a lot of work, though. And I know I see a lot of them say, well, you know, it's one particular armor set, but it's this gender only, and this body only. Like, you have to have this, this, and this to be able to use it. I'm like, well, alright, I understand that. But if you're already going to take that much time to do it, you may as well, you know, make it for everybody. Just my opinion. So this is the tower fix. Yeah, this is the tower mesh fix. Let's do this. Let's keep this one separate. I know it adds an ESP. Underground doesn't, so there's going to be an ESP regardless. I want to keep this separate. I want to test something out. Skyrim, High Hrothgar 3D steps. That looks good. Nordic Ruins. God, I love this mod. Beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of art, is what it is. And the 4K textures for chest urns and a wood, because that's what it says. The chest add-on. Pots add-on. SC version. And levers add-on. SC version. Beautiful. And we'll put these under secondary textures. You'll see all of them almost overwrite. So just the Whiterun Tower mesh fix. It's the only one that's got an ESP. Could go up under blended roads. Did it have the SMIM? Hold on, I didn't see the SMIM wood fix. Is it under optional files? There's two. No, it must be included in the phone mod now. Okay. I stand corrected. And let's see. Gecko's Dwarven Ruins, yes. CC's Mines, CC's Caves, Imperial Forts and Dungeons, Ari Snow-Off Ruins. That should handle pretty much everything else that we're doing. And these are pretty self-explanatory, although I'm going to be going 4K for the mines and the interior stuff. I normally go 2K, but I'm going to go 4K with these. Like the caves, right? We're going to go 4K for the caves, 4K for the mines. I normally don't do that, but we're going to. They're underground interior cells. So, wait for these to finish. Gecko's Dwarven Ruins. Looks good, yep. CC's Mines, so this should be a full mod. Should give me a selection. Yep, we're going to stay 4K. Should I change this to 4K? No. We'll leave it as all in one, 1.5. And this is his caves 4K. This one we're going to select a couple options, I think. I like the dark. I was tempted to go vanilla, but I like the dark for the rock color, so we will do that. And Skyline Imperial Forts, this should just be this right here. Looks good. Ari's Snow Elf Ruins, they look good as well. Beautiful. Okay. Let's take a look at my list here. So when I used him, I used Hyperbian Snow. I found that Fluffy seems to be probably one of the more compatible snows for me personally. It looks great. I know there's a couple patches and things that you need for it, but well worth it. So we'll stick with that, and it tells you right here what you need. Because we are going to be running Majestic Mountains. Now, I'm not going to be running I Need. I know an Ancient Falmer Mage. I'd considered that, Will. Kind of like a Spellblade style. Snow Elf was, well, I should say is a character that I have. It's not going to be this character, but I had considered that. I wasn't sure which order to do them in, and this one, I haven't done on PC. I did do this one on my Xbox, not last year, the year before. As far as story, the story is going to change slightly because of alternate start, but yeah, the Snow Elf character I do have. It was a male Snow Elf. Yeah, Frost Magic. He didn't use a bound sword. He was able to use Conjuration, and bound sword was he started with it until he acquired the sword that he wound up using almost the rest of the game. But like summoning Atronachs, like Frost Atronach specifically. And I even went so far as to add in Elemental Destruction. And there's a patch for that and Apocalypse to let you do the added elementals. So he would go back and forth between the Water Elemental and the Frost Elemental, which is actually pretty cool. Tried to stay in the same family, at least with the ice water thing, but it was pretty neat. And I have old pictures of when I tried to recreate it on PC with the Falmer mage robes, and I think they look pretty damn good. I'll have to dig them out of my library, but I know I have them on my phone. But that'll definitely be something for the future. So Fluffy Snow, okay. We are gonna go 2K because it makes sense. Blended Roads patch, yes, we need this. No 3D trees, Majestic Mountains, yes, we need this. And it also tells you updated the project diffuse ZDS file from Majestics to better match. Okay. No I Need. We're not using needs mods. And the Windhelm Bridge street fix, yes, we need this as well. Old files, there is nothing there that we need. Fluffy Snow. 2K. Data set. Blended Roads patch. Looks good. This is for Majestic Mountains. This is the Windhelm Bridge Street Fix. Okay. Let's bring these all up. And I believe within Fluffy Snow itself, in the file tree, textures, landscapes, so the roads folder has to be hidden. And it's just 2 files. It's Road 01 Snow and the normal. I believe they're the only ones. Yep. Okay. Better dynamic, yes. And we are going to use better dynamic ash. I left these both out the last time. Now this character, if you are curious, and I will give you guys a little bit, so it's not spoilers, it's more mechanics. He'll focus on destruction. We're going to focus on alteration. Some illusion, not a lot. Probably no conjuration. It really depends. If by conjuration, maybe early levels, summoning, not raising dead. Although he could raise dead, it just I don't want to clutter the menu with spells. Destruction, and I'm really gonna have to think about how I want to go setting him up, because I can go a couple ways. I'm just gonna be using Apocalypse for this. I am gonna load in Forgotten Magic Redone, but I don't believe I'm gonna be using any spell tomes from that specific pack. If I do, it's going to be something from, what is it? If there's Electromancy in there, then it may be a lightning spell. If there's not, then I'm not going to be using anything. And I can't remember off the top of my head. He'll be using some shock magic for destruction. But definitely alteration, and I brought this up before. Over in the server, I haven't used Vancian magic at all yet. I've seen it being used. I understand the concept of it, and I was reading up on it. And I'm like, well, I could see this character doing something similar to that. It may also be why I want to. Oh, there is Electromancy. Awesome. Excuse me. So then, I very well could be using one of the spells from there too. I was trying to stick with just Apocalypse, but if there's something in there that I like, I'll go in and I'll test them all to see if anything, seems overpowered or underpowered, or at what level, to hopefully find or give myself the spell. I will. But yeah, lightning magic for the most part, for at least destruction. And I'll try to make use of a lot of alteration spells that normally get bypassed. Spectreverse adds. Welcome back, Loki. Do I want to add Spectre? See, I don't want to be adding too much in though. What's up, Mr. B? What is going on? Do I want the snowy farmhouses? I don't think so. I don't really think I need it. Nah, we're good. Better dynamic ash. Yes, sir. Okay. So this is one where X edit is needed. Like I said, I'm going through it, like I said, just step by step. Select none. Select Ash. Make it an ESL. So I'm gonna put Mr. B on the spot here. I have to ask him. So Mr. B, I'm not sure if anybody has seen your courier replacer that you put the picture up of. So I'm kind of like, you know, poking the bear here. I'm hoping he does a all-in-one NPC overhaul. You know, think Wicco, think diversity, but his take on it. I saw this courier that he overhauled, and it's actually a courier I don't immediately want to, you know, beat with a sack of skeevers. Because this guy looks damn good. I'm like, alright. Yeah, this is a guy I actually want handing me a notification letter. Or, hey, he's going to come up to me and say, some guy in a creepy robe, black hood, didn't see his face, but here's a letter for you. So I know if you're considering that, I'm 100% behind it. If I could help you, if you decide to do this, if I could help you in any way, shape, or form, please let me know. It's not released, I don't think, Loki. I think it's just a concept so far right now. I don't know. Maybe Mr. B will explain it. But if, anyway, like I said, if you're planning on doing this, let me know. I will dedicate time to this project because I know how massive it could potentially be. You have my full support, sir. ESL. Back out of there. Bam. Cool. Whoa, where'd I go? Okay. Let's get alt starts. Just move them down. I'm also absolutely not letting loot sort my plugins like last time. Loot can kiss my butt. I 100% think you should. Personal opinion, I've seen a couple. The ones that you've, you know, let me see. And, you know, and if it's little things like that too, like if it's the courier, who was the other one we got to see? Ayla, I think it was, right? Because they're not like prima donnas. They're not, you know, the women aren't all Barbie dolls. You know, they look really good. Just from the ones that I've seen, definitely better than anything that Wicco does. Much better than anything I've seen Diversity do. And, in my opinion, better than what I see the standalone NPC replacers do. Again, just my opinion. Yeah, there you go. There's the link for you guys. Camilla, yep. Camilla was the other one. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and I'm like, well, now I want all these NPCs in my game. How many more are you gonna do? Oh, by the way, why not do all of them? As I throw that out there, and I'm joking around at the time, but I think that'd be a worthwhile project. Like, that's an instant, you know, #1 endorsed mod, like a day later. Even with, you know, stuff like Wicco being around for a long time, like I was telling them before, I was going to use Diversity, but I think I'm just going to skip it. I'm not even putting hair mods in this one. You saw the courier, Loki? He looks good, doesn't he? Yeah, Ayla looked great, Camilla looked great. I think there was like 1 or 2 others that I may have seen. Don't quote me on that, but maybe. Talent abound. That is exactly what it is. What am I doing here? Snow, snow, snow. Better dynamic snow patches. Do I need this? I don't think I used this one, but I did download this. Oh, this was last year. Let me take a look at the images again. I can never remember. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it does kind of... Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay. Alright. Which one? Main file and experimental shader. And like I said, we could always test this out. I have no idea why my connection's doing this to me. Alright, these should be ESLs, or one of them should be. Right? Yeah, one of them is. Cool. Alright. Statues and stone objects. Oh yeah, Lydia. That's right. So, anybody else feel like, feel free to join with me in saying, hey, Mr. B, please, let's all beg, because I would absolutely love them. It's one of those things where you think of it in your head, and it's like, well, I know what I've seen. I know that I want that in my game. I also know that that would probably never ever leave my load order. Like that would be, Wicco, here you go. See you later, Wicco. I've used you enough. Now, bring this in. Set it and forget it. I have my fingers crossed too. I'm sure I'll annoy him enough. Hopefully. Actually, either that or he'll get sick of me and he'll be like, nope, I'm done. Screw it. Not getting any of them. In which case, you guys, I'll be leaving Discord for a little while. Let's see. What did I have anything for statues? I know I did the frescoes, the word wall, astral aspect. I always forget this. Right? We'll start with the astral aspect. We'll get rustic word walls. We'll go 2K with this. I don't feel like you need to go much more. The word walls are pretty big, but let's do straight 2K. So they should be good. sure I label that right. Okay. Let's go back and check against my list here. Ah, Elton John. Right? Yo, if you create him like that, give him the glasses. That would be amazing. I thought that was awesome. He looks so much better too. I don't know if is he in the album there or on the is he in that link? He looks so good. And like part of it was comical because you know you get to see him like that, but at the same time you look at him like no, he like looks 20 times better than anyone else I've ever seen. I thought it was awesome. Because you could see him, you could hear his voice in your head talking while you're looking at the picture of him. And it just kind of clicked. At least to me it did. I'm probably insane. What was I doing? Okay, we need the frescoes. Stunning statues, so we'll do the statues first. The material fix. Now normally I use Ren shrines, but I've been going with J shrines. Stunning statues. Install. And then we want the material fix for this. Should be on the bottom here. But this one has an update too, I believe. This is the one I used the last time, and I really like this. I think they're done really well. I'm just going to take the 2K variant. There's a 4K for 614 megabytes. I can only imagine. So we'll stick with 2K for this. It's already a big file. Alright, let's do the normals here. I think stuff you guys have seen me do quite often. Debella Smooth Stone, Nocturnal, Azura 2K, Talos. We're gonna do the Ultra HD Mesh 2K. Use Grimoire 2K. Now Meridia. I'm still gonna stick with the black 2K. She's on the larger statue side, so I may go 4K with some of the larger ones. Malakath, I want the stone variant. We're gonna stay with 2K for him. Winterhold's gonna be 2K. Clavicus 2K. Boethia is 2K. Mira's on the smaller side, but that's gonna be 2K. Mara's always 2K. Black 2K. And if I'm flying through these, I apologize. Skyforge Steel. He's on the larger side, so I'm gonna go 4K with the steel variant. This is the normal. This is the steel. I like this one. So the Falmer. Rusty Copper 2K. These I'm gonna go 4K on. Install them. Material fix. Just the one. So J Shrine of the Divines. I used it last time. It looks absolutely fantastic. No material fix needed. Saves me one. Yes, we do, Will. I mean, I know I do. were you reinstalling, Mr. B? You're doing the same thing I did yesterday? Clean install. Install room source, yes. Alright. This should be the last one here. We'll go 2K with the transparency. I like this one. Alright. Lods we have taken care of already. They are actually above. I have it structured, like I said, separately, so it goes 5, 8, 6, 7, etc. Terrain lot redone is not ticked for the landscape that I will eventually be doing. Yeah, isn't it funny too that, well, I mean, it's not funny, it's annoying as hell. But I can download all of the Skyrim Realistic Overhaul packs, I think in shorter time than it takes me to download the game. For whatever reason, I don't think you have the same download speeds through Steam for the game itself. It seems like it takes a lot longer. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. So let's skip around here. Well, maybe not. Because I've had good luck using it like this. Legacy. Yes, we are using Legacy. And let's get the Fate card. Concept art, yes. Out of curiosity, does anybody know if the painting replacers, I think they're already in. I could be wrong. These are just the built-in mods. I don't see them. Official. No, I guess not. Yeah, the fake cards. Alright, so we'll get the painting replacers. Nice. For Legacy. I'm gonna leave this one off for now. Tedious stuff, this, but it's needed. Alright. Don't have to worry about the patches quite yet. So I was wondering what else to throw in. Quest-wise. Let's see if I can go back. And see, this is what I was trying to avoid, like stuff like this. how it has, you know, go into each mod, hide this, believe everything else. It's, to me, that's too much work. Yes, it looks nice. Yes, it's gonna look like everybody else that follows this guy's list, and nah, I like little things to stick out and be a bit different. Plus, it takes away from, yeah, like for example here, Skyland Riften. Uh, you're hiding these particular textures. Okay, I get it. You're gonna be replacing it with something different. I actually run the CK outside of Mod Organizer. Or you're talking about the install itself? The install comes the from the game. I always keep it there. But I run it from outside of MO2. I run it separately. Like I have mine. Where is it? I don't know. It's here somewhere. I may actually have to run it. I haven't run it yet. Actually, let me do that. This should give me the Bethesda.net prompt real quick, since I haven't run it yet. Cool. I'll run it. There it goes. And of course, script extraction. Yep. Every time well, at least me, every time I uninstall and reinstall the game, this has to go through this process all over again. Kind of a pain in the butt. But while it's doing that, so yeah, that's why I don't go by that. Alright. How about quests? Yeah, if you... see, that's the thing. Mine's within the game folder itself, but I run it from my desktop, like you just saw me do. I'd install it wherever it recommends, Mr. B, and just throw the custom mini in with engine fixes. I never did get around to playing Dark End either. That might be one that I'll do in the future. I don't know. Well, here's how you have it set up on the desktop. Let's see if I can move this. Okay. So the Bethesda.net launcher, you need this. You have to have a Bethesda.net account, right? At least for the launcher. That's where you get the, the creation kits from there. I have it set up here, so when I want to run it, it's just a double click right here. it'll automatically start the launcher, and it'll go to load up immediately for me. For me, I can't mod if I run it from MO2. You could have it in there if you want to. I don't recommend doing it. And then what I do is I'll usually open up, because my data folder is always clean. So any mod I'm working on, I'll take from my mods folder, which is like right here, put the ESP in, and any other pertinent folders that I need with the mod. Usually it's everything except for the meta ini. If they're in BSA format, the archive extractor, plop it in here as soon as it drags there. You can either extract it to the desktop, or take the files, throw them right in your data folder. So this is almost done here. There it is. And now the next time I go to run it, I won't have to. But see? So now everything should be good. Let's see. There's my creation kit ini. creationkit.exe, because you have to make sure you run it before you actually play the game. And I have the custom ini, so all three of these are right here. And then my creation kit prefs ini. Yeah, it does some weird stuff if you run it from within MO2. I've had other people say that they have had no issues with it, but other people that do run it through there and they can't figure out it's not doing this, it's not doing this, is because you're running it from within a mod manager. Yep. Okay. So we've successfully run the creation kit, which I probably should have done before, but we have it now. Let's take a look. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Yes, I'm running on death. I have a hard time not putting this into my load order. I love this mod. I will eventually get around to cleaning it. I know. Alright, Legacy's gonna go up here. How about under an official patch? Thank you. I don't really know if I want to put Darkened in there, do I? I think I do. It's by JK. Alright. Let's put Darkened in. It's been a while. I've really been wanting to play this. So we'll get the main file. It's almost 1.5 gig. It's a big file. The update meshes and textures, yes. We need that. And the missing walls. Thank you, Teabag. Okay. Yeah, I had it in a couple setups, just never got around to actually sticking with it. We're almost at 30 megabytes a second. You can see how big it is, big file. Yeah, it's been one I've been wanting to run for a while. I just never have. So we'll run it. We'll put it in this for this character. There it is. Start Darkened 1.4. There it is. Looks good. That's a big boy. There you go. changing all that stuff on me. Ah, boy. Still going. That's crazy. It's taken longer than Legacy. Legacy's a bigger file. Okay. And we have 2 more fixes. We'll just merge these. Yep. Merge with the main mod. And you as well. You have a data folder. Awesome. Beautiful. Dark end. There we go. They're right under. Yeah. That should be it. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do any other quests. Although Will did suggest Spectreverse too. That's Enai's mod, isn't it? 42 destruction spells with some custom graphics and sounds, huh? 6 new locations, 6 quests and more. Oh. Alright, let's do it. Let's put Spectreverse. Right? Been a while. 42, huh? Compatible with spell mods, add new spells. Okay. Alright. It's a smaller one, so we're good. Bam. So, there we go. You convinced me. You twist my arm. All good. Oh, is that... And that dungeon mods do you... Oh, get out of here. Well, I mean, if you think in terms of the actual character, technically he's... Story is no longer advancing, so... At least for now. I'm hoping at some point he comes back to that. I think at this point it's really not a reality. World spaces, huh? Full scar worms. Alright, so I don't need any of those. Bam! We're pretty good. Alright. Economy stuff. Trade and barter. Because I always forget this. We're not forgetting it this time. And trade and barter patches. I don't remember this music being this intense before. Maybe it's just me. Beyond... Hold on. Why do I remember the patches being a little different? Trade and barter no longer has legacy patches. I think legacy handles that. And this was also updated February 14th. That would make sense. Cool. I don't need this one. Because I'm not using any of these. Cancel. Delete this. Alright. What else is on my handy dandy list here? Ordinator. Of course. We are absolutely. And Andromeda. We're going to leave Thunderchild off. Winter Sun, yes. Winter Sun patches, yes. Okay. Ordinator is a must. And like I said, I take the 20% more. I get a second perk point every 5 levels. I feel, and you guys have seen the way that I play, that feels much more balanced than I used to run the 50%, so every other level because there's so many perks. But the style that I play, and then of course the 50, 75, and 100, by the time you get to those skill levels, you really should gain a perk in that skill. And because there's like 400 something perks, you're gonna need it. So I take those. Let's get Andromeda in here. Andromeda was one that I actually left off my mod list last time. Winter Sun is going to be used sparingly for this character. As in, it's not going to be a focus. I know it's normally a focus for a lot. Not for this character. Ordinator. We got 20% more perks. Yep. We got perks at... That looks good. Andromeda's gonna look good. Winter Sun's gonna look good. Winter Sun patches. We're gonna take USSCP, Cutting Room Floor, Legacy. Winter Sun patches. Good. Cool. Alright. So these are... I put them in gameplay overhaul. And these are other gameplay overhauls. Stuff like EBT. You'll see it on my list here. Secondary gameplay. Economy is technically under this quote-unquote category, but I don't really worry about it. See, that's the thing. He's not... whether he has the deity abandon him or not isn't going to be a concern. And switching of the deities to benefit himself, at any point, he may or may not switch. I won't be strictly following just one or two. Or I might not follow any. I might just have it in there because it's a really cool mod. No, but it will be used. I have a good idea of 2 that the character potentially may follow, but we'll have to see. But it's not going to be a strict, you know, prayer for this character is. There really is no concept of the word prayer for this particular character. Let's just check here. What do I have? Alright, so yeah, enhanced blood textures. Yeah, this is definitely gonna... This one... Gore cap, yep. Hand split textures ISC patch. Yep. And gore cap. Yep. Throw gore cap back in. I missed this mod. I didn't have this one in last time. I forgot to add it. We want large. Keep everything else the same. That looks good. Gore cap looks good. Awesome. Put these in secondary. I'm gonna go check my plugins here. Yeah, you can see how this is starting to build up here. Trade and barter, ordinator. Winter sun, yes. Okay, yeah, so far we're good. And let me check against my list. Hone metal. This is where hone metal goes. And then circlets are mess with all robes and hoods. I cannot play without this mod either. These two have become absolutely mandatory for me. To be able to have the circled under a hood, absolutely. And usually I just take the main one. I'm not going to be using Winter is Coming. I'm not going to be using opulent outfits. We'll have other things to take care of that. Nice. So I already have J containers. Violins and Heartbreaker. We'll be getting to them. Enemies, organized bandits. Yes, I think so. And Obus loot. I forgot to activate this one last time. I like this mod. We're gonna want the immersive weapons patch, yes. I'm gonna leave off the patrols add-on. I had it on last time. I didn't quite care for it. So organized bandit loot. Yes. And the loot update. Is it? Because I've tried that and it never works for me well. Like, I'll put a hood on, and my circle will get taken off. So unless it was updated... Because you can see it's not overwriting anything. Getting these. I used to not get these damn pop-ups. Now they're coming back up.
You know what, honey?
Weapons and armor.
She'll have an easier time finding the house.
Yeah, it says it right there. A lot of circles to be worn. But see, I don't have any luck with this. Almost all instances of hooded robes have been removed from the game.
We have no.
And it's on vanilla stuff too, so I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it in for now, but like I said, if I don't need it, I don't need it. I guess we could try it and see, but I haven't had good luck with it, so.
Over by the refrigerator.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, it's technically lower than weapons, armor, clothing, clutter, which needs to be up top. You can see where I have it here with rustic and ace. So these are technically under core mods. So it is below it, but the only other things that I have are just texture replacers. Or what do you call it? Common clothes. But I don't really use anything from common clothes myself. Base game stuff. Or if I have like a specialty clothing set that I want to wear, I'll keep it in for that. Bam. Okay. Got a bunch of organized bandit stuff. There we go. Beautiful. We'll check my list. Helmet toggle, huh? Not coming back. Let me just check. Nope. I think this is the one win that you sent me to, right? Lazy item hider? Yeah. This is December. We'll add it in anyway. I haven't figured out. Ooh. Oh, did I enable that? Ooh. Duh. Didn't mean to. I'm looking at it like, why? Comes later. Let's see. All right. So this is the one where I'd want to put one of the vampire overhauls in. This character's not going to be necessarily a vampire. I am going to go with better vampires for this though. Well, actually, I'm going to leave it off completely. We're going to leave it off. Alright. Skyrim revamped. It's been a while since I've done this. Complete enemy overhaul. And I am using Wicco. It's the hot fix here. For Dragon Priest standing still for a few seconds. So I haven't had the issue with this. So we're leaving it off. So we're about half. We're at 126 and 60 plugins, even. That's not bad. Let's see. Try to see what else. Am I gonna use complete alchemy and cooking? Like I said, I'm not. This character isn't gonna have needs, so no I need. Alchemy, it's a possibility. Especially with harvesting. Yeah, high level potion and food creation. This may be the only one that I go after. Because I'm not going to be adding any alchemy add-ons or anything like that. But overall what this does, I like. Yeah. The hunger module, huh? Let's take a look. It's been laggy like this for me. It's crazy. Is it on a separate page? Seems to be. Unless it's included and I'm missing the whole thing of it. Survival mode, hunger, poverty. No. Temporary patch. Is it within the main file, Will? It's in the MCM. Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were talking about. Okay, cool. We'll add it. Yeah, I'll be turning his hunger off, but we'll have all the other properties. I keep forgetting that it's so complete in what it does that I didn't use it the last, what, 2 times? So. It's technically not in, well. Okay. Ah, boy. We're good on that. We need summer mist, though. Definitely need this. Can't play without summer mist. Come on, download. There we go. Cool. Yeah, somebody else was saying that they were having a hard time even downloading. And it was like a day where everything I was trying to do on it was silky smooth. And then today, I went to open the guides up before I went live, and the little Nexus icon here was just spinning. The page was loaded, everything was on the page was fine. Just the little icon itself was spinning. But it was only for Northern experience over here, this was fine. Everything else was fine, it's just weird how it works like that. Let's see here. Cool. Check back with my old list here. So these all come later. Head tracking, or we'll move circle. It's J containers is up above. Violence, Heartbreaker. Violence, yes. Heartbreaker for this character, probably. Maybe. We'll have to see. Now we're on survival, so this is going to be wet and cold. No campfire, no nothing, no frostfall. Papyrus util I do have, right? Tell me I don't. I could have sworn I did. I do not. Seventh I'm already now? No, I guess I didn't. Oh well. Bingo. Because it doesn't matter where you put it. So let's get wet and cold. Fur hoods fix. I have a real hard like wet and cold's another one that I have a real hard time not playing with. I do like the fur hoods to be a little bit different. Here's a question for anybody. So children's hats mod compatibility meshes. If you have a mod installed that alters the child head mesh shape of the head, would Wicco count for something like this? Because it seems like whenever I have them, I always have one of the little potatoes that has the hood clipping through the head mesh itself, whether I have this ticked or not. I'm gonna say yes. Well, I'm gonna leave it off for now. We'll just install it. It's weird how that works. Alright. Let's see here. No I need. Leaving it off. No Hunterborn. Weather. Here you thought I was going with Obsidian this time. We're gonna go back to Cathedral. Should be the only thing I need, and then the MCM. I don't really need the MCM, it's nice to have. Plus it's a damn good weather mod. Okay. Obviously my list has something a little different. No, I did. I went with Cathedral for this one too. Ethereal Clouds, yes. Cosmos, no, because it's got its own night sky. I am going to change this up, I think, to a different one. Or I just leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. I'm not doing the moons, but yes, I am doing Obsidian Mountain Fogs. Smooth Sky Mesh comes with it, which is great. It leaves off a couple more ESPs, and of course we're doing the 2K for the clouds because they look badass, and the fogs. Other than that, that may be it. Morning Fogs SSC, I was tempted to put this back in, but no. Nope. Alright. So we took the dark side for Majestic Mountains. Lod. We also need the dark side. Main file. That's the mountain we are going with. Or I'm going with. Now I think Red Rock's 4K, this one was hidden a while ago. It's deleted, looks like. I used to use this mod all the time. I loved it. Northfire's photorealistic mountains is pretty good too. I could see that there's some that were added in here. So I'll have to go back to see how I did this. So I actually went with Dave's UFHD. But we're going full Majestic this time. Keep it all within the family, I think, for this particular setup. So Snow Mountain, new version. Snow Rocks. I think they want the ESL. Leave the sun direction. Don't tick that. Is that what it says? I'm probably wrong. Static mesh, yes. Install. Cancel. I know what happened. I have my LOD on there. Forgot to change the name. I do this all the time. Right there, see? We just do the ESL version. SMIM, yes. Install. Cool. All right. Cathedral landscapes. So this is everything. Right. I had some really good luck with this previously. As far as my near and distant LOD terrain. So that's why I'm going back to it. Plus the ground cover looks really good. It's a little, it's 3D ground cover. And they do take care of some of the plants. Not, like I said, not the mushrooms. Yeah, it says cathedral plants and mushrooms not included. They will be. Mountain textures not included, but we do have majestic, so we're good. Standard blended roads included by default. To use really blended roads, select during install. Load quality world map after. Load majestic mountains before, which we did. Cool. Just the main file. Not bad for a gig. Anything in miscellaneous? I don't think I need anything in miscellaneous. Well worth it. One of the better all-in-ones. It's got your grass, it's got your landscape, it's got some of the flowers. It's got really good compatibility. And it's been good to me so far, so. And I think after this, I am actually going to take a bit of a break. So let's see, full install green tundra. Let's do brown tundra. Because this also does include, well, no, this includes the snow. So this is going to overwrite Fluffy, I believe. We'll have to see how that looks. We'll have to go in game and take a look. I believe Cathedral also includes, yeah, it includes the snow. Alright. We may be taking Fluffy Snow out. That'll save up a couple slots. Alright, we'll stay with the brown tundra, the normal. Really blended, install. So let's take a look here. Static mesh. Well, here, let's go up to Fluffy. It'll probably be easier to read it this way. Yeah, so Fluffy Snow for Majestic Mountain is now redundant. Cathedral, yep. So let's now I wonder if we even need better dynamic snow. Because of the ini settings. I could put Fluffy underneath it. Let me see if I did that here. I don't believe I did, no. Okay. There we go. I may have to move better dynamic snow, but we'll have to see. Okay. Okay. Alright guys, yeah, I'm gonna take a bit of a break here. Let me see here. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna take a bit of a break. I gotta get up, stretch around, grab something to drink. My throat is starting to be a little bit scratchy, so about 10-15 minutes. So, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Awesome. Alright. So let's see. Cathedral concept landscape. This is going to overwrite a lot of noble stuff. Certain things with the mountains, but for the most part it's going to be basically, I would say, noble, smim, parts of blended roads, parts of Solstheim landscape, just the ash roads, so that's okay. And then there are parts of the Majestic Mountain dark side that will get overwritten by this. Meshes mostly. Maybe it is all blended roads. Doesn't say. Let me see if blended roads became obsolete. Cleaner bridges, yeah. Now redundant. Cathedral concept. Okay. Those are. Let's see what it didn't overwrite. Overrode 82. Okay. So it is safe to say I no longer need this. We're gonna take blended roads out as well. Okay, remove these two. Yep. And then yeah, the snow. Don't need it. Cathedral's gonna handle all that for me. Right in the landscape. I have my grass, my landscape, my snow, everything else. That's great. All in one. Let's put this here. This here. Thank you. Some Majestic Mountain CSP. Cathedral Landscape CSP. You want them in this order. Okay. Let's take the alt start mods. Let's move them back down. Cool. Alright. Back at it. Flora. So because it handles... Hey Strudel, welcome. Ooh, that's not good. Was this actual panicking? Because I've had days like that too, and they're not fun. Hopefully I'm not breaking anything. We'll see. We'll go in game pretty soon and test. Oh wow. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good at all. Let's open. I need to re-look at this again, real quick. Go to Cathedral Landscapes. Okay. Alright. Game's fine, but you remove the EMB. It'll run better without it. Just make sure you get all the EMB files out too, including the two that come from EMB itself, plus whichever EMB you were running, because you don't want to let them linger. And then anything that's like EMB helper, you wouldn't need something like that if you had it installed. You could take it out if you're not going to run it. So it has its own. Cathedral Landscapes has its own grass innie. So Let's see here. Any files. So here you can see it. It's already got it set. These are my normal settings anyway. 18,000 for the max star fade distance. Types per textures is 15. And iMini grass size is 60, which is normal. And then for display, for the snow and everything, what you can see here. Okay. Those are things that, you know, like I said, it's got its own, and they take precedence over what, say, my Ini editor has. These are all base default, as you can see. This hasn't been touched. There is recommendations in your pref Ini under display, be enable project UV diffuse normals. Is right here, equals 1. So keep it there, keep it at 1. Should be good. Recommended. I'm trying to see exactly how much of the flora. So unique grasses, yep. Verdant, Vadosprum. It's all gone? Nice. Let's take a look at the images. I want to see if I can catch some of what it does. We could also go in game and test it too. Now my LODs aren't going to be done, but you could see what it's going to do. I've had the best luck with this out of any of them. Let's look at the plants. This is what it touches, so if you're curious as to the textures or like the meshes, well, let's go to the meshes first. Up above. Dungeons. Let's go to landscape. Let's go to plants. So clover might be the only one that's added. Let's go to the textures. Plants. So cabbage, dead shrub, fall forest shrub, flora juniper, leek. So the blue, purple, red, mountain flowers, potatoes for texture, so it just textures them, right? Now I won't be adding high poly project to this either. I had considered throwing it in. I'm gonna leave it off for a couple of reasons. While the high poly stuff looks nice, it's not going to be a focus, especially in towns where I'm already going to be running JKs and Dawn of Skyrim. So, and the thistle. Okay. So yeah, so, and then terrain. So the noise for the terrain, okay. Where is it? Meshes again, I think is what I want. For landscape, let's look at the grass. Field grass, short dandelion, short medium menthos. Ice grass, yep. So it's got everything in here. Rock grass, water kelp. So there's a mesh for that, etc. Same thing with the roads. So you got the snow roads right there. So this is, you would leave this on now, since this has a version of blended roads built in. It's nice to be able to see the file trees like that. We'll get a couple more. Let's open up the plants. Let's open up the mushrooms. I know I'm going to add the mushrooms. There were other ones that I was going to use instead, but like I said, I wanted to keep in line with this. These aren't added by the main landscape. Oh, wow, look at that. My whole thing just freeze? 2 megabytes? What the F? Premium, yeah. I'm paying for premium, come on. There we go. They're just textures. So these will overwrite Black Reach Mushroom. Okay. What ones are in here? The plants. If using cathedral landscapes, you wanted to.
Molly, keep down the volume.
Let's see here. Well, there's only 7 images for it, but. Trim vanilla. That is accurate, okay. I don't even think we need this one. Don't really think so. I'm okay with that. One less for me. Yeah, the $50 one. It's the best deal, honestly. If you have it, if you're able to, you know, swing it, definitely get it. Because it's not just for this game, it's for everything else on there. Everything else that's mod supported. I think with the conversion it comes out to like $60. It's pretty cheap. The first time I did 3 months. Because at the time I'd spent $3,000 on my PC, so I mean, at that point I was trying to save some money. But yeah, afterwards it was, yeah, it only made sense to do the lifetime. I could go individuals, but it doesn't make sense. We'll keep it all together. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna be so nitpicky. More quests and dungeons. I know I'm probably not gonna do this unless sewers is here, which I believe is a little bit lower. But these particular ones, no, I have no settlements, nothing. City overhauls. Yeah, so I don't. Oh, EVT. I didn't put my trees in. God damn. See how I forget stuff like that? Let's go back up. Gotta put them in. Right? Vegetation in the mountains, yep. Grasses here. Floors here. There we go. EVT. The big boy. Well worth it. Nice. Nice wind. Yeah, it's worth it. It's really the cheapest option if you think about it. If you if you plan on, you know, even for if you base it out over the course of a year or 2 years, which we all know we're going to be playing ES6, and we all know it's going to have some form of mod support, so worth it. Because we got what? It'll be what, 10, 11, 12 years of this? Of Skyrim? At that point, maybe? So I take the enhanced vanilla version. I don't do the lush or the custom, anything like that. I don't see the need to. The clutter, yes. Let's go with a nice dark. So I want version 2, version 4, version 2. I like version 2. Tough. We'll stick with 2. Realistic aspen, SFO snowy pine trees, yes. Billboards, yes. Install, yes. So let's put this under Cathedral Landscapes, since the mushrooms, and they're going to override HD LOD and Dynalod. Yep, perfect, just how we want them. Okay. Let's look at, what else do I have? I think we're on to landscape fixes for grass mods. There's going to be a couple here. Oh, we're down to 12. Okay. So we need this one. We need JKs, obviously. Just these two. The alternate start. There used to be a landscape fix for alternate start. It's under Arthmore's. Alright, there we go. That would be why. Alright, so landscape fixes for grass mods, yes. For JK's towns. Just leave it at that. Looks good. And this should be the faux mod. I just type in patches for this because there's one for there, there's one for cutting room floor. I'm not using the Arthmore mods, so I literally just need alt start cutting room floor. That's it. Install. Alright.
Where are you going? All right.
Landscape fixes. JK, just make a notation.
And you get right home.
Wow, if I could even type.
You walk her halfway.
And then these patches you can enable as well. It's going to look a little funky right here at this point. Put landscape fixes actually under EVT. So then you have alt start, new beginnings, and then your alternate start locations ESP. The cutting room floor locations can actually go directly under landscape fixes. And then when we install JKs, that patch will go under JKs itself. So now we have 1, 2, 3 that we're going to constantly be moving. Right? I know it looks a little confusing, but it's not. Looks are deceiving. So yeah, no more NJKs is right there. We're also going to grab Dawn of Skyrim, their compatibility patch, because this combo is just way too good not to use. JK is all in one. Now I had the no lights patch on before. And I didn't really seem to do anything, so I'm gonna leave it alone. This one we're gonna need because it's classified as Arthmore, so cutting room floor, JKs. I think that's gonna be the only one. I'm not gonna be using realistic water 2 this time. I'm gonna be using just cathedral water. I had considered it. And then I decided not to. So Dawn of Skyrim should be the main file and the update file. Right. And I'll look to see if there's any optional storefront and holidays, which neither of them I use. This is the JK's Dawn patch. Right here you need this main file. They remind me never to install Blowing in the Wind again. That was... Ripton was awful. So let's get individual patches here. Cutting room floor. That's literally all it is. Just rename it. What it is, that's literally what it is. Dawn of Skyrim. Looks good, yeah. And this is the Dawn update. This is the ESP file, Blue Skyrim. Merge that in. And this is the JK's Dawn patch, which immediately looks good. Cool. Cities and towns are done. Put that there. So we have JK's cutting room floor patch, Dawn, JK's patch. Take Alt, and landscape fixes, place them at the bottom. Just make sure everything's right. And then you want the landscape fixes for JK's. Under cutting room floor. Right there. There's loot. Check it. I'm probably gonna get an error, or at least a warning, or 3, for not clean. I have no errors. Awesome. Awesome. And just for things that don't have patches yet, I didn't run any of the legacy patches, unofficial patch, and complete alchemy. Well, let me take care of that now. Make sure this is here. 66 files, right? Get this one. And then like I say, you could do them in order if it's one. This is all handled through legacy, although I don't think some of these are going to have patches built in. This is Quinn's, we'll do this later. It's not going to affect anything. Better dynamic snow, majestic mountains. Here, better majestic dynamic. Better dynamic, majestic mountains. There it is. Okay. Forgot about this one. So I need the ESL version of this. anything else? Let's see. Coordinator, I'll take care of this later. This is Winter Sun. Should probably take care of Ordinator too, shouldn't I? While I'm here. Ordinator, weapons, armor, clothing, clutter. Ordinator, complete alchemy. What was the other one? There was one more. Oh, just two. Then this one. That's it. Okay. Close loot. Excuse me, you're going to have a couple here. This is going to look confusing, but it's really not. Unofficial patch, complete alchemy. Just name it. You're good. Alright. Where is CACO? Complete alchemy. Right there. Then I go back and forth and I do each one individually. Even before I go into testing, just because better BDS, Majestic Mountains patch, yes. This will just go right under Majestic Mountains. In between these two. So 81, so we want Cathedral. Okay. Have a good night, Loki. Thank you. Winter Sun, CACO. Self-explanatory. Plugins. Winter Sun is here. Under the patches. So it'll be right there. Ah, the complete alchemy is underneath that. Okay. So we want this here. Try to match them up. That's why you double check. Ordinator. This one should go right under Ordinator itself. It's gonna be 121. And then you can see it's up top there. These are all lights, which is great. Beautiful. We only have one more. Ordinator, complete alchemy. This one already looks good. And because complete alchemy is under Ordinator here, I'm going to put this above Winter Sun because Ordinator is above Winter Sun. Go back to your plugins. So there's Winter Sun patch there. And I always try to keep the patches in the same order too. So Ordinator's there, complete alchemy's there, Ordinator patch here, then Winter Sun there. Winter Sun's underneath it. So, let's close down some of these. I'm gonna close that down too for the hell of it. Let's pause this. Let's go in game and test. We haven't done this yet. LODs aren't run, so ignore that. Do I have alt start at the very bottom? Yes, I do. Okay. I haven't thrown my E and B in. We're gonna throw the E and B in. I have the files. I just don't have the actual semi-realist main file, full quality. Beautiful. There we go. Anything else from there that I'm taking? Optional depth of field, optional rain textures. We're gonna leave rain alone. I'm gonna keep this open just in case. All right, yeah, let's run this. It's gonna take a while to start up. This is the first time I'm actually starting this, so we'll give it a little test. I probably won't be going too much longer with this during the stream. Um, Hold on, let me swap over so you guys can see it. Okay, when it comes up, we'll give it a minute or so. Um, but I will be doing it, obviously off stream the entire time. It's just so I could, excuse me, sit there and concentrate a little bit more without all the distractions that are going on around me. Plus, I'm not keeping everybody here, you know. Is it not responding? Yeah, usually the first time it doesn't. Once you install literally everything, if you don't go immediately in, it won't load. So, give me 1 second. Okay. And I have 2 errors. Files and override script extender not. That's right. Could not load DP extender DLL. Complete alchemy. Files and override. Okay. Close that out. Okay. That's a new one for me. Hmm. Could not load DP extender. Complete alchemy. Okay. I wonder why that is. Well, let's try not. Let's uninstall it. Right. Yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of errors. I know. Let's try it again. I know the screen's black. You guys can't see it. I didn't feel like switching over. Sorry. We'll give it another try. There it goes. So the DLL's from Complete Alchemy now. That's a new one. Always seems to be one, right? There we go. Now I always wondered about these 30 FPS main menus. All right. So as you can see, I haven't even put a replacer in, although it's running at 60 FPS for me. We'll take care of this one too. We need a main menu replacer. I don't have one yet. I also don't have race menu, but you know, that's fine. We'll keep it off. So you're gonna see a bunch of vanilla stuff. Wow, look at the orcs. Forgot they looked like that. Now I haven't done anything with NPC overhauls at all. Look at that. You can see right through his hair. That's terrible. With that hairstyle too. It's a shame. Let's go Breton. See his test character 01. So no fancy UI. Not yet, anyway. Vanilla faces, yes. Only Wicco. None of them will apply to my character. I had considered using something to show all. So we want the sky dial, right? Barth in small astrolabe. Textured. Because I don't have the widget, I don't have anything else set up for that, so. Now let's do the sky dial. Let's keep that. Right? And then display. Transparency 100, yeah. Okay. Clothing fixes, yes. Like I said, we're only gonna do a couple of these. Like the HUD stuff, just to... There you go, see? So, I may need to make that smaller. I have no idea what that is. What did I touch? It's from a matter of time, I know it was. If anybody knows what that is, let me know. That's annoying as hell. That looks like my freaking reticle. I mean, I could turn it on and off, but that's not good. Well, like I said, it's a test character, so it doesn't matter. It was definitely in a matter of time. And it was in general. What else did I touch? Show moon phases, show seasons. But they're in the upper left. As part of a matter of time. Really? Do you know which part and how I can disable that? Because I don't ever remember seeing that in a matter of time. Ever. In-game date. It would be something in this. Here it is, symbol 2. Center. Right? Picture of the day. Could be. Let's go skydive. Let's see if that changes anything. Let's turn that off. How about we turn that off? There it is. Gone. Okay. Okay. So it's making actual saves as well.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
So we did. Oh, we have you know, the extra ones. Let's be a. What to be? Pilgrim to a sacred site. I think we did one of these before, but let's go to let's go to the Shrine of Periite, right?
A life filled with opportunity awaits you, traveler.
Cool. So, like I said, lots aren't done. Ignore them. Won't be taking any. That is kind of funny, though. Beautiful.
Need something?
What's up, Kesh? Skooma, if you got it. And, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a Breton. What's that, Karthwasten down there? Yeah. So not bad. So you can see the landscape and everything. It blends in seamlessly. This is why. And then you see the moss rocks from Dark Side Majestic. Off, what do you call it? Sticks out a little bit more than the normal. Yeah, LODs definitely need to be run. Alright, turn that bloom off. Save, yes. Apply changes. What you are seeing, Strudel, is a lot of cathedral mods. Cathedral landscapes, which has grass built in. Majestic Mountains, Dark Side, moss rocks. LODs aren't generated. Like I said, this is just for testing. Its blood texture seems to be working pretty good. It's a lot of blood. That's nasty. No water yet. EVT is in there. And I do have to adjust my map mod because no roads are showing up. And I don't have LODs run, which is funny. I have no idea why that would be. Okay. Yeah, like I didn't run them yet. I'll be running them later. This is probably one of the best combinations that I've gotten in terms of visuals, a steady 60 frames per second. Just in case I get attacked by something much bigger than myself. The grass is actually set pretty conservative, so Cathedral Landscapes handles the grass itself. It comes with its own grass innie, which you can adjust, but it gives its preferred. And I'm playing on ultra settings with pretty much everything maxed out. So once I take care of text gen and Dynalod, I mean, you can see even in the distance, even without the LODs run, you see actual grass and landscape where it's supposed to be. I may actually increase the density of the grass slightly. We'll go from 60 maybe to 50. Let's just check some other settings here. Some display brightness. Yeah, okay. So we're okay. Should be the hags, right? Oh, she summons Hearn immediately. Look at that. Remember how tough these things were, right? She's level 50. Not to mention the Forsworn. Yep, curse me. Not much they can do. I really shouldn't be fighting these guys at this point. God mode's a wonderful thing. The Spirit Wolves are level 24. That's hysterical. No chance. See, now without that, without the display, with using a matter of time, I have to... Maybe I'll take a matter of time out. Or maybe I'll change it. I don't know. I think I need something a little bit different. Let's swap that up. Let's go to general. So instead of the sky dial, let's say we do the small astrolabe, right? Right there. No, that's the small one. Damn. Okay, we'll try it again. That's whatever spell they gave the Hag Ravens. Let's try Moon and Seasons. No, still not right. I saw some. I can't remember which one it was. Right? Not the bar, right? Textured. The compass. Let's look at the compass. Is this it? No. I may go back to the old setup. I don't know. That's unfortunate. Well, we did the sky dial. Thin. What's the bar? Let's see what this is. I have no idea what this is. It's that. I think we checked that. No, I don't like the lines I don't like. I don't think I've seen this one yet, but I have the feeling it's going to be too big. Oh yeah, that's... Yeah. Let's just go back to the original, I think. Then Skydial. Leave it alone. Yeah, that's like the smallest one that they have. I could have sworn there was one add-on that was smaller than that. It was just literally up in the corner. I guess I'll have to look into it further. So, now with the last character, I did run. You're seeing vanilla water here. Obviously, it's with the EMB, but I think I'll just do Cathedral for the edge fix and leave it alone. Am I under attack or what? Oh yeah. Yeah, they're pissed off at me. Come on, get up there. Wolves are trying. You got nothing on this Breton. Oh, that one actually got a nip in on me. How about that? Jerk. Come on, get up there. Alright. Where to go? Where to take a look? Snow. Yeah, so the snow is also taken care of by Cathedral as well. So it'll blend in a little bit better. I removed fluffy snow. Snow fox. Let's get up a little higher. And yeah. I guess that's, I don't know, I only have this issue with Majestic. I have no idea. This happened to the last couple characters. It's like there's pieces of the mountain missing. Who knows? And he'll clip through mountains too. Like, see, this one's okay. That's normal. But when you get like to a high peak like that, nope. Can I not get under there? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So the bridge looks good. Close your gate. Okay. As you can see, Cathedral also takes care of the plants. The mountain flowers, yes, they are touched slightly. I like them. They look kind of flimsy. You know, not everybody's cup of tea, but I like them. We'll take care of the vines and the moss and all that other fun stuff. Let's see. There should be some nightshade around here. I don't think nightshade is actually touched. Yeah. It doesn't look bad though. Stormcold camp. So obviously I don't have things like Ragnarok, Peltapalooza, all that. None of those mods have gone in yet. You know, it's like I said, just base test. Yeah, see, like right here, look at him. He's floating. And if you go over, right? If you stand at just the right spot, this only happens with Majestic Mountains. If I do a mountain texture, if all it literally is textures, if I use Granite Mountains, textures, it's fine. Not the Majestic version, just the regular 90 megabyte version, right? No issues. So, I mean, not that I ever plan to. Can't make it. Oh well, I tried. Who would have known? Really? Wolf, go away. Play with that wolf. Oh, there's my wolf. Okay. But it doesn't affect normal landscape. It's literally just the mountains. Well, maybe it does affect the landscape. I don't know. I haven't adjusted heights or anything like that, so. I don't know. I may have to do something about the HUD too, because that's annoying. A matter of time may have to go. It's either I'm going to revert back to the setup I had, or it's going to go. You can see I took blended roads out, and now you can see because I took the other mod that I had that fixed it. I took that out too. So, as you can see, this is all Majestic doing this. I don't even think running my lots is gonna fix, because I've had that happen before, right? So, who knows? So it happens with Vivid as well, right? Meaning, like when you go to the top of a cliff like that, you have the same. It looks like you're levitating. Turn off the real time and the date. Let's try that. Oh, I didn't even know that was on. Show in-game date, not real life date. Okay. Thank you. I don't want the seconds to show them. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, look at that, see? Crazy. So I guess complete alchemy's out. If I'm getting 3 DLL issues, and like I said, it wasn't going to be a focus. I just wanted it in there for, you know, things that it does, more for visuals. I could definitely live without it and all the patches that go along with it. This character is not going to be needs focused whatsoever. I do love the way the cathedral looks. The landscape itself. This is perfect. Yeah, lodge just need to be run. It's Miko's house. Yeah, I may turn off Matter of Time completely. I don't know. Yeah, you could definitely tell the high poly's not on either. So you think I should go custom again? I was hoping to simplify things. I think maybe just a matter of time if I take that out. Let me take a look here real quick. Alright, so enemy health indicator enabled, yes. Alright, let's look at activations for iHUD. Active effects on combat, yes. I think Morehud got an update today. I think Tim was saying that it got an update, like literally as I was in stream. Okay. Anyway. So this is it so far. I guess I'll figure out if I'm actually going to run Majestic Mountains or if I'm going to do something a little different. But I think when I run my LODs, it'll be okay. Because I do have the LOD pack in, and it's above the mountain mod itself where it's supposed to be. Yeah, maybe I'll just go back to my old UI setup. Like I said, I was trying to take it easy, but yeah, that's. See, I don't like the bar though. That's the thing. It's too much. I'd rather almost have it off completely. See how, you know, activation upon combat. Am I not hitting you? Jerk. These are bone men. These are our normal skeletons. These are soul caring bone men. And they're level 12. I'm also on master. Is that where we're going? This guy means business. Thank God for God mode, right? Would not be surviving. That's all I have, literally, is flames.
Cannot even
Wow, I went down really quick. Oh, this is definitely going to be hard for my character. This is great. And they heal themselves. Yep, that's what he was doing. Yeah, like how in the middle of combat, yeah, this has to go. I think a matter of time, it's just going to go by itself. I'd like to be able to access my menu. Oh, he looks so brooding. Look at the blood on my hand. Hey, it's supposed to give him 100 health. Alright, anyway, let's get the hell away from the fort. Alright, anyway. Let's make a hard save over Kesh. Let's back out. Okay. Good things to note. Game's running nice and smooth. It's a good sign. Mountains, could be a little better. I may go back to that setup, to be honest with you, Wind. Or I may just not install a matter of time. It's nice, but I mean, I am so used to the other setup by now too. Plus, it places everything up at the top where I can actually see it, as opposed to looking at the bottom of the middle of my screen with the enemy bar. That's the one thing I like about the widget mod. So, let me see here, which I don't have installed. And a customizable UI replacer. So let's put these in and just see. Sky HUD is next. Maybe that's it. Matter of time. Go Sky UI. Matter of time. Sky HUD. Widget mod. And then customizable UI replacer. Sky HUD, matter of time. Widget. Okay. We'll have to see. There it is. Alright. What the hell's this? Files. Oh, this is from. What is it? Fusro Do Ini? This is the Ini file I keep forgetting to put in. Alright, it didn't work. Is that taking it? What the hell? Pain in the butt. Go on in. There we go. So now if I open this one, Explorer, SKSE, plugins, open. Words per second silent 2. Skip empty responses 1. I don't know. I don't think those need to be changed. I think as long as you have the ini in there, you're good. So, it's almost 9 p.m. for me, guys. So that's going to be pretty much it for at least the stream version of this. I'm going to take another break, but I'm going to cut the stream here. I'm going to do a little bit on my own. I'm going to do some testing. And it's really with the mountains. Like I said, the mountain textures from Majestic are great. I may swap over to its uh, normal version, just to see. Um, I may, for right now, I may take what I have and generate LODs and just come back to this area and test again because there was a bunch there that um, looked a little off, quote unquote, to me. So hopefully that's not the case. Yeah, it flew by, right? For me, it did anyway. Definitely a long, well, not long day, short day, but I what's been going on lately is I wake up early and um, I'll usually be up enough to uh, either put a pot of coffee on or not, or I'll go right back to sleep. And it may be something like 4:35 a.m. my time, but I may not wake up again until like 11 a.m. or like noon my time, which is terrible. Um, for the first like 10 minutes, I'm wide awake, absolutely wide awake. Um, so who knows? Um, I'll pop into Discord. I'll definitely I'll be there. So, but I'll be doing a little bit on my own. So that's like I said, it's gonna be it for today. By the time I'm uh, done tomorrow, like I said, I'm at 144 right now. The base textures, like the farmhouse stuff, that we didn't really get to yet, and then it's really weapon replacers. I'm not gonna go crazy with it, but I am gonna be adding some things in. We're gonna go back to a Midian born. Go back to R's farmhouse. All the creatures, I want them all to look decent. Wicco by itself, I'm not going to be doing any NPC overhauls or anything like that. No merges, nothing like that. Wicco itself, uh, to kind of keep it simple. Um, so I may do this again tomorrow. I may not. I'm not sure. Monday's either going to be another one of these, maybe an off day. I don't know. I may just take the day off from not streaming whatsoever. Uh, I was hoping to at least get started, but I know there's going to be testing I have to do on my end. I'm also running without the uncapper right now, so he may wind up leveling too quick because I had reduced everything. Now, because I put Skyrim Revamped back in, I had it out for Angus's play, but I had the uncapper in. I'm kind of swapping those. So I'm going to see how quickly he levels. If he starts leveling with certain spells too quickly, I'll throw the uncapper and the ordinator any preset back in to kind of slow things down again and to open up that part. Um, but we'll have to see. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm done babbling. Everybody enjoy your night. Have a good one. Bye.